wonderful people of the diaspora and in the diaspora. Again, thank you for clicking on this video. Thank you for attending to my channel. My name is Raphael. If you are seeing me for the first time, I am from the diaspora and also in the diaspora for about 30 years, and I've decided, my family and I, that it is time to return back to Africa, the motherland. In this video, I'm going to reveal to you in Africa, specifically in Ghana, where you can invest in and come up with a big return years later. Stay tuned. Do not leave. Stay tuned. I'll be right back. Thank you for staying tuned. Wonderful people of the diaspora and in the diaspora. Few places that you can invest in here because there's nothing to hide. There's nothing to hide. And then it is not wrong. It is not wrong to invest and reap later years. And it is not wrong. It's not a wrong thing. It's a good thing also to make wealth. To make wealth for the later generation, especially if you are when you are growing up and then you are thinking that, okay, you know what, my parents, my mama, my dada or my daddy or my mommy who have done this for me, and today I'll be financially free. Yes, they have not done it, and what are you doing about it yourself? So this is an opportunity for you also to learn. In Ghana here, there are so much and so many investments that you can invest in today. You can put your money there, you can buy, so that in later years, whatever you are blaming your parents for that they have not done, you will do it for yourself and you will do it for your children after you. So, let's go. The reason why I'm sharing this with you, because there's a principle people call karma, people call grace, people call it what goes around, comes around. And whatever you sow is what you are going to reap. And it is also said that it is more blessed to give than to receive. There is two forms of blessing. The majority of people on earth are acquainted that receiving is a blessing. Yeah, indeed a blessing, but it is not the highest blessing. It is not the ultimate blessing. The ultimate blessing, it is to give. Because whatever you give, whatever you sow, whatever you let it go, it comes back. The law of nature, the law of seed times and harvest. So, getting back to our point is that the reason why I'm sharing this is because I have to pay money. I have to invest resources, to be able to acquire this knowledge. I have to seek it. I have to buy it. It is even said that buy knowledge, buy wisdom, and also instruction, and sell them not. Sell them not. But that's the reason why I'm giving it to you, because I believe that it will return back to me. That's how it is. We have two kinds of diaspora. We have the diaspora who are born outside Africa. Who are born outside Africa, like I can say that my children are born in the US. They are part of the diaspora. They are part of this diaspora that, they were taken out of the continent of Africa a few hundred years ago, and they are part of the diaspora. And the other types of diaspora is that's where I come in. At a younger age, many in the 80s, 90s, beginning 2000, many people have left Africa for the greener pasture. And then when they came to America, to Europe, to overseas, to the West, they work their ass out so that they can be where they are today. Some, acquire education, they become doctors, they become nurses, they become engineers, they become teachers, in various places, in various areas, accountants and then administrators. So they are part of the diaspora because they are the ones sustaining their family back home today in this time of inflation. The second type of diaspora who have left here when they were young, or who have left here when they were drinking, some in their 30s, even some also in their 40s, they are hesitant to return today because the Africa that they left, they still think that the same Africa, has remained the same. But let me tell you, it is not true. It is not true. It has advanced. And some of the data that, maybe I may release it to you right now here is that up to date, about 70% of African population is between 19 and 25 years old. The booming population, the strength, the workmanship, the labor that is on the land is amazing. The brain, that's why you will see that in politics, some people cannot tolerate it. The younger one cannot tolerate certain things today. You see what happened in Nigeria, you see what happened also a few weeks ago, or a couple months ago, also in Kenya. And you could see, and how they are turning things around, that they can swallow the same issue or the same lie that the West is trying to impose on the nations and the government of Africa. So we see some changes also in some of the countries, African countries, and then they are tired of this kind of imperialism. They are tired of this kind of puppet. The awakening has started. It is not yet full and it is not yet fulfilled, but it's coming up. I want to let you know, number one, the awakening, there's another awakening on the land, on the continent, in the homeland of Africa today. The few places that you can invest in and have a big return years later. No brainer. Everybody is aware of, East Legon. But if you can afford, not many people can afford buy property East Legon today, for sure, you have a return years later. You have a return years later. Okay, that's number one. So number two, the next three places that I'm going to mention, if you can blame everything that, okay, you don't have enough money or you don't have enough fund to buy property in East Legon, then you must put all together for yourself and for your future to be able to, acquire lands or property in this in the next places that I'm going to mention in the next 3 points. Number two is in the coastline, in the Greater Accra to the Pram area, entering into the Volta, the coastline, entering into the Volta region. So we are seeing things are changing. The rising up of the younger population, they want something different. They want something different. In spite of the inflation, it does not necessarily mean that the property are not appreciated. Properties are being appreciated year after year. And even, we can see by evidence that around here right now, we can see that even though people are talking about inflation, people are talking about, people are hungry. People are hungry in Africa, in Nigeria, in Ghana, in Kenya. But look at how many construction, how much construction are around. People are building. People are still building. Yes, people are still building. You must be aware of that. Don't be distracted, by the main media. Despite the inflation, despite the cost of living, is rising, properties are still appreciated. The value of properties are still going up. Yes. So in the Pram area, because it's located at the coastline of Ghana, the beach is not far, the water, the water body is not far from that area, spreading along the Volta coast. And these are some of the places that when you put your money in, investing in property, buying property, acquiring property, and building, years later, by all means, the values are going to skyrocket. There's no brainer. And number three, if you will leave Prom on number 2, now we are coming back here to the eastern region. The eastern region, in the locality of Eburi, because of the hills and the valley and the weather, is very attractive. At number 3, you are looking at the places, you are looking at acquiring properties, acquiring land in those areas, the eastern region. Eburi, around Eburi, maybe all the way down to Bubuiba, because you could see that those towns, are spreading, are expanding, and you want to see it to believe it. You have to see it to believe it. Myself, 3 years ago, I bought some property there. Today, if I want to sell those property, I can sell it 4 times. 4 times more than I bought it in the first place. So I am on the ground all the time. My food is always in the motherland, 2 to 3 times in a year, as I'm preparing myself to return definitively in my family. So the last point today is the point number 4. At all costs, if you are not able, you don't have the financial means to buy a place in East Legon. If you can afford to buy a property, acquire a property in Pram area spreading to the coast of Volta region, and if you say, Eburi also lands are expensive there, I can afford it. This number 4, strive. I encourage you, strive to acquire property there. You will never regret it. Number 4, Shy Hills. Number 4, Shy Hills. Again, number 4, Shy Hills. The property there are affordable. If you are able to acquire those property over there, things are changing rapidly. My sister in the diaspora, my brother of the diaspora, I want to encourage you. You will be hesitant to invest back home because of the experiment and the experiences that you have had. But today things are not the same. As I said, I pay to learn this, but you are receiving it for free. Whatever you conceive in your mind, or if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. There's nothing wrong to learn strategy. There's nothing wrong to be wealthy. The homeland, it is the present and the future. Thank you for listening to me. And in the next video, I'll be coming up with, if you don't know if you should leave your money in the bank in the West or invest in Africa, I will come up with that in the next video. And if you are here for the first time, my name is Raphael. Be part of the subscribers. Subscribe to this channel. If you like those topics, that's what we talk about. The diaspora, the future of the diaspora. We talk also about the geopolitics that we touch on. We also talk about how you can invest and make your bank account fat in the motherland. I'll see you in the next video.